If you want to sell on Amazon, then you are in the perfect place, because today I'm going to reveal to you the products that will for sure end your business when it comes to selling on Amazon FBA. I'm Cassandra with ProfitGuru, and right here on this channel, I am here to teach you everything you need to know for free how to sell and scale those Amazon FBA businesses. So if you're not already, please subscribe to our channel, because only about 20% of our viewers actually subscribe. It takes 1 second to do, and it honestly means so much to us. And in this video, you are definitely going to want to stay until the end, because that's when I'm going to reveal to you exactly what you do want to sell to make a lot of money on Amazon. And a lot of you ask me, how do I know if a brand is safe to sell? Because we don't want to sell brands that are not third-party seller friendly. They're going to issue us IP violations, and those are quickly going to shut us down. So I'm going to share with you a free way to help and ensure that the brands that you're selling are actually reseller friendly. You're not going to want to miss this. Let's jump right into it. The first product that if you're selling, it is going to end your Amazon career, and that is a spiked buy box. Now, a spiked buy box means that when you are checking the data on a product, you're seeing it for a price that it's not typically sold at. I can't tell you how many times I got burned on this as a new seller. If you're just pulling up your ProfitGuru extension on a listing, that is going to give you a ton of great and valuable data. But with that, you're going to see the list price that it's currently at. That is not going to be an accurate depiction of what your profits are probably going to be. Because honestly, things can fluctuate, things can change. So just because selling for $20, that doesn't mean that across time it sells for $20. There might just be a spike temporarily in the buy box. I did this so many times. So for me to tell you about it and to try to help you to not do it means a lot to me. You are not just going to tell yourself, oh wow, this sells for $20. I am definitely going to buy this product because I can get it for $4 and I'm going to make a profit. Instead, you need to go to ProfitGuru, check that product, and look at the historical data. This way, you're going to be able to see across time of what this product actually sells for. Because prices change, things fluctuate. One moment, something might go way up in price and then it might tank way down, but in reality, it levels around here 98% of the time. So never go deep on a purchase thinking that it sells for this price way up here without checking for certainty that across time, 90-day average, that's actually the price it's selling for. The next type of products that will end your Amazon business is selling products that are too heavy and too large. There are quite a bit of fees that come into play when you sell Amazon FBA model. But one of those biggest fees is going to be dependent on the size tier and the shipping weight. For an item that falls between 12 to 16 ounces in the standard small tier, that is going to cost you $3.77 just in Amazon fulfillment fees every unit that is sold. Now, if that same 12 to 16 ounces is in the large standard tier, that's going to cost you $4.75 every time one unit is sold. Now, once we talk over 3 pounds, that is when things just seem like they're not profitable anymore. If your product falls in the large standard tier and it's between 3 to 20 pounds, you're going to pay $7.17 up to 3 pounds plus 16 cents for every half pound over 3 pounds. And if you think that those prices are crazy, then let's not even discuss the oversized product fees. And these fees are even higher when you start selling in different categories, such as apparel or hazmat. For example, compared to $3.77 for the small standard 12 to 16 ounce, the same dimensions in apparel are $4.15 per unit. Keep in mind that each category has its own Amazon FBA fees, but all in all, the smaller, the lighter that your products are, the cheaper the fees are going to be. Number 3, supply and demand. You are always going to want to check your Keepa data, which you can access right on your ProfitGuru account to make sure that there is not too much supply to the demand. When this happens, that means that there are far too many sellers on the listing than there are buyers of the products. And this right here is not good for business because this means that there are a small number of people wanting these products and a much larger number of sellers selling these products. So these sellers are going to start competing amongst each other to try to win the sale. And what usually happens, especially with unexperienced sellers, is they start penny dropping. They think that if they have the lowest price possible, they are going to win the buy box and therefore they're going to win the sale, which that's not necessarily true. There are a variety of factors that determine if you win the buy box and win the sale. But what you really want to take into account is to make sure that the number of product sales per month, which you can see right on the ProfitGuru extension, is not significantly less than the number of sellers on the listing. If there's too much supply and not enough demand, that's when the prices are going to start getting wonky and you're probably going to lose money. The last product that can really end your Amazon business is selling products that have few known sellers. You never want to start selling a product within a brand without checking the data first. You want to make sure that that brand is reseller friendly, because if they are not and you start selling their products and listing them on Amazon, they are going to come at you with an IP violation. And too many of these will get your account banned for good. Now, luckily, you have stayed long enough to come to the end of the video, and I thank you so much for being here. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications so that you never miss any of these valuable free videos on how to sell on Amazon. Now, you're going to want to go to Google and type in Seller Journal Greenlight. What this is a completely free IP database. Right here, you're going to be able to start your brand research to see if that brand is actually reseller friendly. So let's go ahead and search, for example, Minecraft. I can see that this brand is well known for taking legal action against unauthorized sellers. That means that this is a brand that I'm going to want to avoid selling at all costs. And I did not choose this brand on accident. I actually chose this because this is a brand that did issue me an IP complaint for selling one of their Minecraft Bumblebee nightlights. It was a super good profit, and I actually sold maybe 2 or 3 of them before they issued me that violation. But as soon as they did that, I had to stop selling their products because they did not authorize me to do so. Let's look at the next example and type in Lucetta. Lucetta is beauty products, and I can see here that they're a Chinese company that is well known to issue IP violations to sellers. Now, this is a really great starting point to make sure that you're not going to get an IP violation, but you don't want to just stop there. Next, you're going to want to go to ProfitGuru and check that database. I can very quickly and very easily go to the Brands tab. Right here, I'm going to type in Minecraft. I can see that there is just over 1 average seller per listing. That right there is my red flag. My rule of thumb is if there is less than 3 sellers per listing, that seems kind of risky. It seems to me like the brand is probably not wanting third-party sellers to sell their products. Now let's type, for example, the brand Great Value. This is a Walmart brand that everyone has access to, we can all get our hands on, and they're not an as exclusive brand. With this, I can see that there is about 6 sellers per listing. That is much better statistics than less than 2% per listing. So after you check that free green light, you always want to go to ProfitGuru next to make sure that the number of sellers is well above 3 across the 90-day average. This is really going to safeguard you and make sure that no brand can hit you with an IP violation. Here is what you've been waiting for. Here is what you do want to sell on Amazon FBA. You do want to sell products that have a BSR of 100,000 or less. The BSR is the best sellers rank. So within that category, that number is telling you how fast it's selling. The closer to number 1 is the winner. And each category is a little different because some categories have a lot of products in it and some categories are much smaller. But I like to stick around grocery, health and beauty, toys, those types of products. So if I'm finding products that are around 100,000 in BSR or lower, that's telling me that they're pretty fast sellers. The next thing I'm looking at is to ensure that there are at least 30 sales per month. And again, all of these things that we are looking at are available right on the ProfitGuru Chrome extension, which when you're starting out, you don't want to buy all of these softwares under the sun. That's going to cost you so much money. All that you need to invest in is ProfitGuru. No matter your model, you're going to have access to private label, to arbitrage, all of that research on the main webpage. Plus, you will have the extension that is going to pop up on all of the Amazon listings and give you all of this pertinent information. The next thing I like to look at is the ROI. Now, this for me, if it's below 30, it is definitely not going to happen. My goal is to see at least 40% of a return on my investment. And using the ProfitGuru Chrome extension, it makes it really easy. You get to input what you want for your desired ROI, and it will tell you exactly what you have to buy and sell that product for to meet that goal. And as far as profit is concerned, ideally, I like to see products that are at least $4 in net profit. Now, obviously, these numbers are just a stepping stone, but these are definitely things that you want to take into consideration. And when you're first starting out, you can be more relaxed, you can be more lenient. And then as you get better at sourcing, better at finding products, you can make these numbers a little more strict on yourself to increase your profits. And there it is for you, what you do want to sell and what you do not want to sell. If you keep these factors into mind, I guarantee you it is going to be such a nice stepping stone into your learning process. Learning how to sell on Amazon has a lot of different directions, has a lot of different faucets. So it's not something that you should expect to learn yourself overnight. That's just not going to happen. But what you can do is each day you can take in a little more and a little more. Because things might not be making sense now, especially if you're new here, which for me, I like to think that I'm a pretty smart person. It took me months to try to piece this all together to a very basic and broad understanding. So if you're feeling frustrated, it's fine. Completely normal. Hit that subscribe button, binge watch my videos, and I guarantee you, you will learn how to sell on Amazon. That's it for this one, and I'll catch you in the next video.